We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast presents Pure Macabre's MICH Mash with your host, Leah Stalker.
I'm so glad that you're here. I like it spooky.
Welcome to Pure Macabre's MICH Mash, presented by the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast. I'm your hostess, Leah Stalker, here to shine a light on the haunted happenings of Michigan. It's Saturday, June 15th, and Summerween is in full swing, sending positive vibes to all the goth ladies and gentlethems out there sweating buckets in the warm Michigan weather. It's not easy being alt, but it sure does look cool as hell. I know we're all trying our best to hide from the sun, but I found some great Michigan events that are worth leaving the sanctuary of our coffins. Grab your sunscreen, and without further delay, let's get into it. Frankenfest is making their massive return on Saturday, June 22nd from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Fort Gratiot Lighthouse, Michigan's oldest lighthouse built in 1814 in Port Huron. First and foremost, everything happening outdoors at this event is free. That includes all of the art, vendors, aerial shows happening every hour by the always jaw-dropping D3 Circus, grounds for exploring, outdoor displays, access to food trucks, and more. This is also an all-ages show and kid-friendly. Just be aware that some of the artwork is not always suitable for young eyes. Even friendly leash pets are welcome. There will be nearly 100 artists and vendors at this event. I can't even begin to list all of them here. You'll have to check out Frankenfest.com for all of that. But rest assured, all of our favorite Michigan vendors will be there and then some. Art, clothing, stained glass, jewelry, cookies, oddities, resin art, candles, candy, fiber art, cupcakes. The list goes on. And that's one of the reasons why Frankenfest makes sure that the vendor area of this event is free. They want you to put your funds towards supporting all of the local talent Michigan has to offer. In addition to everything happening outdoors, you can also do a one-time payment of $5 to give you all-day entry to the historic buildings on the grounds. This includes the Keeper's Dwelling, where you'll find an indoor museum and presenters throughout the day, the hospital building, which has another indoor museum, Saving Scales Reptile Rescue, and entertainers, and the Fog Signal building, which has one more indoor museum along with the presentation theater. You'll have unlimited access to the Monster Drag Brunch, the Bride of Frankenstein brought to life by Envy the Green Fairy Cosplay, Southern Michigan Paranormals, Haunted Mitten Podcast, author and historian Rick Mixter, and the Friends of the Fort Gratiot Lighthouse. Being spooky builds a big appetite, so you'll also be able to partake in some of Michigan's favorite food trucks, including Detroit Sibling Rivalry Barbecue, the Bulkin House, Schultz Popcorn, the Little Drink Company, Sucreme Mobile Dessert Parlor, and Route 21 Bakery. Frankenfest is always one of my favorite local events, and they somehow always manage to outdo themselves year after year. Don't just take my word for it. You can head straight over to Frankenfest.com for a full rundown of everything I've covered about this event, plus more. You can also follow them on Instagram at Frankenfest and Facebook at FrankenfestMI. Come celebrate the magic of summer at the mystical Midsummer Festival on Saturday, June 29th from noon to 8 p.m. at Moonlit Mystic in Wayne, Michigan. Gather round, sprites and starlings, for a fairy revelry unlike any other. Magic spills forth as Moonlit Mystic welcomes the summer solstice. Join in on a sun-kissed adventure where laughter dances on the wind and wonder weaves through the air. This free, family-friendly celebration promises a day of enchantment for all ages. Explore the mystical marketplace and browse a wonderland of unique treasures from talented artists and vendors, including Aco Aerates, 90s Knits, Acorn Craftworks, Aura Vibes, Bee Bliss Wellness, Crisscross Crystals, Daydreamer Tea, Edna's Poppets, Wards and Pocket Spells, Greenhouse Dreams, Equity Homestead, Haunting Henna, Honeydew Homestead, Honeybee Art, and more. more. There will be a costume contest fit for a Fae Queen where you can let your imagination bloom. Whether you'd be a regal sun goddess crowned with sunflowers, a mischievous pixie adorned with dandelion fluff, or a wise old druid wreathed in oak leaves. Let your attire be a canvas for your fairy spirit. A panel of discerning sprites will select the most enchanting ensemble at Twilight's Hush. You'll also be captivated by enchanting live performances that will transport you to a world of wonder. You can seek guidance and wisdom from the cards with a tarot reading from gifted readers, including Christine Malad, and the Fae will have a feast indulging in delicious food from a variety of food trucks like Fat Man Knox, Guac and Roll, and Hogs Barbecue. Plus, enter to win enchanting prizes throughout the day. All of this is happening at Moonlit Mystic in Wayne, Michigan, a place of magic and mysticism. They always have events popping up, but you can also shop with them Tuesday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. or Sundays noon to 5 p.m. For more information, find them at moonlitmystic.com or follow them on Instagram at Moonlit Mystic and Facebook at Moonlit Mystic LLC. Get ready for a weekend of all things strange and unusual at Curious at Crossroads Oddities Festival on Saturday, June 29th and Sunday, June 30th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Crossroads Village and Huckleberry Railroad in Flint, Michigan. Crossroads Village is a living historic village museum with over 20 buildings and a historic train for riders of all ages. And they're going to be embracing all things macabre, weird, creepy, and strange. There will be over 90 vendors and artists in attendance at this event. Strolling freak show performances by the Circus Sideshow Mad Hatters, free crafts and balloon art for kids by Twisting Smiles, aerial performer Chase Brinkman, the first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Ari Lehman, one of Michigan's best haunted attractions, Erebus Entertainment, and a scavenger hunt for some of the spookiest vintage artifacts available at the village. In addition to all the vendors on Saturday, June 29th, you can meet the voice behind the true crime podcast Already Gone, Nina Instead, at noon. Check out Just Hearsin' Around and their killer hearse display from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit with the author of Haunted Flint, Roxanne Rhodes, at 2 p.m. and enjoy the bands Second Salem, Lords of October, and First Jason beginning at 3:10 p.m. On Sunday, June 30th, there's an add-on event at 11 a.m., Murders and Mimosas, with true crime author Rod Sadler as he discusses murders in Michigan. Video producer and author T.S. Wallace will be in attendance for a visit, Q&A, and book signing at noon. And join Dr. David Hayes at 2 p.m. to talk about criminal profiling. Another add-on event available is a public ghost hunting event happening both Saturday and Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight with Paranormal Michigan Inc. as they explore the most haunted locations within the village. For more information about this event or future events at Crossroads Village, you can find them at GeneseeCountyParks.org. You can also find a full list of vendors and buy tickets for this event at Facebook at Crossroads Village and Huckleberry Railroad, or follow them on Instagram at Crossroads_HuckleberryRR. Finally, we've got Lost in the 80s back in Time Bash on Saturday, June 29th at 7 p.m. at the Redford Theater in Detroit, Michigan, presented by the Goblin King Players. This 18 and up epically themed event will have vendors with rad vintage finds, local artists, photo ops, a glamour shot station, 80s and Lost Boys themed mocktails and cocktails, a best dress contest, and of course an 80s themed dance party with a very special guest performance by Tim Cappello, best known in the Spookyverse for his amazing song I Still Believe from the Lost Boys and his work with Tina Turner. You You can find more details about this event and purchase tickets through both GoblinKingPlayers.com and RedfordTheater.com. General admission is $25, or you can go all out with a VIP ticket that gets you early entry into the event at 6 p.m., a themed cocktail or mocktail of your choice, and a Q&A session with Tim Cappello himself. For more events presented by the Goblin King Players, follow them on Instagram at The Goblin King Players or on Facebook at Goblin King Players. You can also find Redford Theater on Instagram and Facebook at Redford Theater. All right, darlings, let's have a moment for a little station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
While my time is coming to a close, have no fear. We've got plenty more blood-curdling content for you to get your ears on. The I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast main feature episodes with Clint and Brian will always be coming at you bi-weekly on Sundays. On the first Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of each month, Brian hosts Appendages, episodes to highlight horror on the free streaming services Crackle, Popcorn Flicks, and Redbox. If that wasn't enough, on the third Tuesday of each month, you can tune in to Indie Spotlight, where Clint, Brian, and myself will be bringing you our take on indie movies, comics, authors, music, and much more. If you're looking for more MICH Mash and me, I'll be back bi-weekly on Saturdays to let you know what's up and everything going down here in Michigan. You can also find Pure MICabre on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, where I post about upcoming events, local haunts, and more happening in Michigan. Until next time, keep exploring, my fellow mitten monsters.